Tim Scott introduces legislation to pull funding from schools with transgender support policies.
So this is out of The Hill, and Tim Scott is a Republican senator from South Carolina, and introduced legislation that basically says that if a school has policies that support transgender students in affirming them in their identity in any way, including staff that does not obtain parental support before changing a student's name or pronouns, or a school that will not inform parents of any kind of gender or sexuality conversations that happen at the school. He said if there are any schools like this, they will not receive any federal funding as long as those policies are in place. Now, of course, the irony is how they are naming these things. Scott's bill has been called the Parental Rights Over the Education and Care of Their Kids Act, or Protect Kids Act. And it would take money away from elementary or middle schools that allow students to use pronouns or gender markers on school forms without permission from their parents. It would prevent young transgender students from using school facilities. What they want to do is they want to say education matters in the US. Education is important. We want to educate our kids. And then turn around and say, if a school allows a student to do this, we're going to take monies away from that school, cutting into their ability to educate. And they blame it all on indoctrination, that if these schools have these policies where they're going to allow gender affirmation, then the schools are going to spend their time and their resources indoctrinating kids on these issues of identity and sexuality. And the thing is that is not what is happening here. What is happening is that teachers cannot teach the fundamental educational framework that elementary, middle, and high school students need, because we have politicians taking money away from schools as punishment for allowing LGBTQ kids to exist.